Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? This is JDB Sports. I'm here with my buddy HB tonight. You want to say hello for the viewers that we got out here?
What's, what's going on, people? What's going on?
All right, so this is a Thursday night special. We're usually live on Saturdays, but we're doing an exception today for particularly a couple of Chargers fans we have out here. HB being one of them, Peyton being the other.
Yay, yay!
Yeah, he couldn't be here tonight, but it's okay. We're here. The show must go on. Let's go ahead and get to some of these highlights. We'll talk about them. And it was a wild game from start to finish, really.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I only watched the second half, but it was a good second half.
Yeah, I feel like the Chargers, they had a problem in the first half, really running the football. Herbert had a interception in the end zone, but other than that, he's been playing decent. The other side, Knicks and the offense were shredding the Chargers defense in the first half, but in the second half, it was a completely other story. The Chargers literally came back and scored 21 unanswered points after that, historic free kick to end the first half. First time since
Mm-hmm.
1976 to do it. But
It's crazy.
you know, the Chargers defense was pretty effective in the second half. Bo Nix hasn't really thrown too many deep passes throughout the whole night, but it's good to see. It's good to see the Chargers locking them down. Everybody outside of still their corner really is kind of unproven. And Denzel Perryman actually got hurt in this game tonight, so let's hope he's okay and get back into it. We got some ads going on here, so just go ahead and enjoy those too. Gotta love YouTube. It's not on NFL Network yet, so
Yeah, man, it was, from what I got to see, it was a pretty good game. I mean, most of the time for me, games are they're kind of boring, It's just not boring, but kind of slow. Nothing goes on, but with these penalties and you know it kind of makes it made it a little tiring for me in the sense that like say we made a mistake and because the other team got a flag in an area they ended up benefiting us and helping us get down the field.
right. No, I was telling Peyton, like, I mean, the Chargers' offense in prior games, they're not aggressive enough. They're way too conservative, and Peyton's got a gripe with Greg Roman saying that he's just terrible, and I couldn't agree more. But in this game, they really
Yeah,
dialed it up in the second half and went a little bit more aggressive, like we were all hoping for them.
yeah, for
Right
sure.
now, we're watching Gus Edwards for a touchdown, so it's 7-7 in the first quarter, 3rd and 9 for Bo Nix at the 31. He's running, keeping, sliding down. Basically they had their way in this first half against the Chargers defense, but the Chargers made some great adjustments in halftime to get through it. So
It's,
go ahead and share the live.
yeah.
Get down in the comments your favorite things from tonight's game, as well as any game from Week 15. We'll go over. We'll be here for an hour for you guys. But
By the way, guys, this is my first time doing this, so
yeah, HB's
I
a
might have
first
some
time.
stuff to say from time to time, but I'm trying.
Anybody get down in the
But
get down in the comments and give us some engagement here. We love to hear what you guys got to say about what's going on, about what your favorite team's doing this week, and possibly playoff clinching scenarios. If you guys have any ones you're looking at, I'm looking at Philly and Washington. I hope Washington spoils them down a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see on Sunday.
that's
Right
your
now,
team, right? Washington.
yeah, Washington Commanders my team. Yeah, I hope we beat the Eagles. I mean, they beat us the first game around, but the second game we'll see.
Get it done.
Lad McConkey had a decent night. Love to see him getting targets. It's 14-7 right now. Broncos went in. Like I said, the first half was mainly Broncos. So Chargers could not get a run game going at all. Gus
Yeah,
Edwards could not get it down on the ground. The Broncos defense was pretty stout in the first half.
the one good run Chargers did have was towards the very end, where they pretty much ran it down almost to the touchdown, and he figured out tackle and fumbled the damn ball. And it's like, dang, bro, you broke like two tackles and kept going.
Guy hit towards the end zone and he freaking fumbled it. And again, just, all that great run and great play just to fumble it and damn ball. No, I got distracted. Something happened, but I didn't get to see what happened. But we ended up getting the ball back.
Oh, now Broncos going up 21-10. I thought this was kind of where it was going to get ugly, but we love to see that. We love to see that it didn't. At least for Chargers fans out there, we love it.
Yeah.
Bryant, thanks for joining in. Go ahead and share us out to your friends. Get in here, get some engagement, get some comments. We'll talk to you. Love to see you all here.
Let us know if you watched the game and what y'all got thought about the game.
Yes, sir. Let us know your thoughts and feelings, whether you're a Broncos fan or a Chargers fan or any other team in the NFL. The Rizzler, you joined, thanks. Brandy Killer Hooks, thanks for joining. Go ahead and like us, share us, follow us for more sports content. We do this every Saturday, but we're doing a Thursday as a Thursday night special tonight. Like I said, right now, it's all Broncos. Still in the first half here. That's when McConkey starts to get going. That's when Herbert starts to get going and go into the halftime. They're gonna get a field goal at the end of this, as whoever's watching see. But really, like I said, the Broncos were shredding the Chargers defense this half, and this is where he gets picked. I saw this. I'm not saying it's an ugly play. Well, it's an ugly play for sure, but I'm not saying it was an ill-advised play. He just didn't get enough air into that ball. He was open, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, spread us around the chat, guys. Even though we got to view these ads, go ahead and get that cleaned up for next Saturday for sure. We don't make y'all watch ads, whether you're on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Kick, anything like that. Y'all don't have to watch ads when y'all watch us.
Unless you want to watch it.
Yeah, unless you want to watch them. Bo Nix on the run in the first half was 6 of 7 for 2 touchdowns. He was pretty damn perfect. One incompletion, that's crazy. But, the Chargers, like I said, first half was not their half. They were a little sleeping. They tightened it up in the second half.
Thank God. It was not trying to lose the Broncos.
Now I think this is the punt where they get that penalty. All right, fair catch. He went down. We're gonna see what this is. Fair catch interference is what it was. 15 yards down there, and it gave him a chance to get that free kick. First since 1976, man. Like I said. Hey, Colin, how you doing? Tennessee, how you doing? All right, so made history tonight. 21-13, first time since 76. I'll keep saying it again. The first free kick, it's exciting. You love to see it. Love to see more of those.
What's a free kick?
A free kick is basically like when you do a kickoff, but they ended up trying to. I don't know exactly what rule it is. If somebody wants to get down there and explain that to me, it's more or less just like they're in kickoff formation, but they're kicking a field goal. They were within range to do so.
Okay.
Yeah. Free kick meaning like it could be like a punt or kickoff.
Yeah. Kind of like a free throw in a sense.
If you want to put it that way, if you want to put it that way, that's not. Oh,
yeah, no, it's different.
Now, see, it's fourth down here, and they're within the 30-yard line. They're going to kick a field goal. I thought they went for it. I think that was earlier in the drive where the Broncos went for it to kind of like step on their necks in quotes a little bit, but they didn't. They ended up having to settle for 3, and this is where the Chargers start to go off. They hold them. Herbert running, scrambling, dude's literally like just shaking him off me, like get off me.
Yeah. I think he looks funny when he runs. But he does his thing, though. He gets it done. He gets across the first down for the most part, and does what he has to do. I think he's like stiff. Stiff.
Who's that? Herbert? You said Herbert's a little stiff?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, Yeah, I know he just got sacked right there and by Tillman, but I know he looks kind of concrete, but dude can run.
Yeah.
Concrete in the pocket. Yeah, he's had to do a lot of running, had a lot of pressure in his face. I mean, Peyton would have you on par with the analytics as far as the oh shoot, yeah, when he was attempting to slide, he kind of a little late hit. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
They,
yeah,
it wasn't a hard hit, but it was still a late hit, so they
not
flagged him for it.
no, it wasn't in. It looks like Edwards runs it in for the touchdown. Yeah, let's go. Thanks for the views. Thanks for joining in, guys. Share our live, like our posts, get in and engage with us. We welcome everybody. Alright, so they fail on the 2-point try. It's 24-19.
Yep.
For anybody who didn't see this game, you're seeing it here first. I feel like Derwin James definitely got that interception. I know that they ruled that he didn't, but I believe he did. I mean, either way, they got the ball back.
Yeah.
Good out route. Love to see it. It's 3rd and 5 down at the 40-something yard line. This is where, like I said, this is where they go off. McConkey gets the first down, breaks it. Man, he got some juking powers for a white guy. he got some juking powers, man.
Like for a white boy.
That was see that touchdown right there to Darius Davis. That was all Justin Herbert scrambling out, rolling to his left, fading it away. It looked like he wanted to throw it away, but it was just a beautiful throw. As soon as I saw that throw, I was like, yeah, the Chargers are going to get in it, but we'll see. The Chargers made this a game. Love to see the Chargers. Yeah, sorry about the ads, but like I said, we're on YouTube here, unfortunately. That 2-point conversion was probably play of the year for the Chargers. That's in my opinion. Literally tipped it and
It was a good one. It was a good one too.
yes, sir. Tipped it up and then basically caught it himself. Toe drag, swag, and all. That's what we're looking at right now. You see that? And then basically they force a quick 3 now at 3rd and 13 here. He gets it, but he doesn't get the first down. That stiff arm was kind of nasty.
Yeah.
But Derwin James got him down. I wanted the Commanders to draft Derwin James so bad, but they just didn't. They didn't. I wanted them to. Herbert scrambling to get a first down over here on 3rd and 10. We'd love to see it. Love to see that dedication. Edwards, see, like this is the running game gets going too. The Broncos are tired, man. The Broncos are tired right now. He was down by contact, even though they said they fumbled a ball, but he was down. Chargers up 27-24 right now. 2 minutes left to go in the game. Looking at Herbert dropping back again. Little shovel pass, and this is where I think he should have slid. He should have slid down. But, other people will disagree with me. I think he should have slid down for that and ran it out instead of putting the onus on the defense. Nix gets in field goal rounds, gets a field goal. We'll see. Otherwise, I mean, the Chargers did a real good job of shutting them down, and they gave other teams film on how to shut down Sean Payton's offense at the end of the game. A lot of dink and dunk for Bo Nix. I really don't think that they aired it out enough. I mean, I know the Chargers are giving them. They're taking what the Chargers are giving them, but throughout most of the game, it was mainly short dinks and dunks passes, short runs, short screens, things like that. And on the onside kick in 2 tries, he doesn't get it. Gets that nice hop. That linebacker has the most ultimate awareness to grab that ball. You don't think a linebacker would have the awareness like that.
He barely caught it too. Like he barely held on with his fingers.
Yeah.
Onto his helmet.
Yeah. Herbert just throwing it up at the end of the game to end it out. Love to see it. That's really good for their playoff position going forward. I mean, it was a really good divisional win as well. I'll go ahead and get some other highlights from Week 15. We'll go ahead and hit that up. Get out of the Charger game a little bit. So, we're looking at here. first game I'm going to talk about real quick is we got Commanders versus Saints. You know, that game, it was a nail biter to say the least. Scary Terry had a day with 2 touchdowns. Mikey Sanders still getting another pick off a Hainer. When they inserted Rattler, I got some cold sweats because it started coming back. You know, a few yards from a victory for a 2-point conversion. But it wouldn't even have came to that touchdown had the refs didn't illegally stop the clock. So maybe it would have been, you know, they still look at this Terry play right here. I just had to stop what I'm saying real quick. That was probably one of the best Terry McLaurin plays of the year so far. But I'm gonna get back to this game. Like I said, if the refs didn't, you know, illegally stop the clock, they wouldn't have had a chance to get that touchdown. I believe they wouldn't have got a playoff to spike that ball. But, you know, like I said, the Commanders, they're going into an interesting one this week against the Eagles. Like I said, I hope they go in there and spoil Philadelphia. I mean, not saying Philadelphia's not gonna. Yeah, not gonna say Philadelphia's not gonna make the playoffs or anything like that, but they're definitely gonna. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with, Philly. But hopefully we can go in there and snap their streak and beat them and maybe get a couple of interceptions off of Jalen Hurts and stop Saquon Barkley this time because last time it didn't work that well. We didn't stop him. We let him go. But, you know, I want to get on to... you got anything to say about Commanders or anything like that? If not, I mean, it's Commanders Saints. The Saints are an awful team this year. Really had to start... Yeah, to start a decent amount of quarterbacks, and I know you've been busy with what's going on in your life and all that stuff, but I just want to let you know, some of these teams, some of these games are really ugly, really, too. It's more or less one-sided. I'll go ahead and explain that, but...
I mean, that's...
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bad thing if you're on the losing side, but...
Yeah, for sure.
I would expect it to be one-sided if I'm trying to win, you know?
Yeah, you hate to see the quarterback carousel. You know, Washington's been through that multiple years back in the mid 2010s after Kirk left. But on to another game, really, Chiefs and Browns. You know, another game the Browns should have. Well, the Chargers needed the Browns to win, but they couldn't deliver. 21-7 was the final. Patrick Mahomes got injured. I saw. Early reports saying that Carson Wentz was going to start in terms of Mahomes, but I don't think that's the case. If he's good to go, he will be playing, is what Andy Reid has said as a up-to-date report on that one. Not really much to say. I mean, 21-7. I know Jameis Winston got benched, in this game. I know he got benched or whatever for this next week coming up. So we'll just go ahead and move on from that one. Bengals versus Titans. 37-27 win for the Bengals. Joe Burrow had an up-and-down day, throwing for 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. No matter who plays for the Titans, they still can't win. Not Mayo Man, not Mason Rudolph, Mr. Concussed himself. You remember? Did you see that hit? Did you see that hit on that Myles Garrett gave him a few years back? Right, helmet to the dome when they were fighting.
No.
It was a big highlight back a couple years back. When Mason Rudolph was with the Steelers. That's why I call him Mr. Concussed. Literally, dude got smacked in the bare head with a helmet. Fun times, man.
Damn, like the dude didn't have his helmet. Right?
I think it was a racial slur or something was said by Rudolph, and they were kind of jawing back and forth, and Garrett just literally took the helmet and smacked Rudolph on the head. I say, ripped it off his head and smacked him in the head with it.
Say it again.
It was crazy. Like I said, not really much to say about Mayo Man and all that. The Titans are another one like the Browns. They're down for the count.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we could hit on Texans Falcons. Not Texans Falcons. What am I crazy? Nah, Texans Dolphins. My bad. Didn't expect this one out of Miami. A 28-12 loss and Tua's ugly 3 interception day. I'm surprised it wasn't more of a deficit. I mean, they did not capitalize on all those turnovers, but they still found a way to get the win, 28-12. Dolphins lost on the road. It sucks.
Oh, that matters.
Yeah. CJ Stroud in the W in year 2. Let's go. I think he's actually they're seeded to play. Damn, the Ravens, I believe, if everything ended today, they'd be going to Baltimore, I believe, to play. We'll go to Giants versus Ravens, another team we are just talking about here. Giants versus Ravens. Giants, even with Tommy Tommy DeVito, could not give the offense really much life here. Ravens cream them 35-14. Ravens fans are creaming their jeans over that W they just had.
Over that win.
Like I said, a lot of these games, they're either really one-sided or not really much to say about them. So I'll roll ahead again through Cowboys-Panthers. The next game, Cowboys win 30-14. It's to be expected. Two of the worst teams in the league, in my opinion, being a Commanders fan. I say that about Dallas, even though they're not the worst team in the league, but I think they are personally. Screw Dallas. Screw Dallas. Someone's got to win this game, right? I mean, I was kind of hoping it was the Panthers, but Bryce Young kind of came down to earth in this game, throwing 2 interceptions to 1 touchdown. I mean, he was playing hero ball these last few weeks, but today he came down to earth against Dallas's defense. I hope we don't see that going forward. I wonder what Anthony Canales I wonder what Canales does with him at the end of the year. Whether that's the guy going forward. I wonder even if Canales has a job after this season. I wonder what Tepper's going to do. He's one of those hotshot type of hotshot type of owners that like to pull triggers on anything that moves. Like you see the highest free agent target out there, David Tepper's going to try to get him. Nobody wants to play for Carolina. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not a football player. I mean, I love to be, but like I said, definitely would not play for the Panthers. I'd be like Caleb Williams in the offseason talking about how he didn't want to play with the Bears. I mean, that was more or less a rumor, but everybody was saying how Caleb Williams did not want to go to Chicago and play, even though it was silent from his camp. Sounds like the entitledness we'd hear out of Caleb Williams, but we'll go to Bucks Chargers last week. Chargers jump out to an early lead, but the defense gives up a lead with their corners getting toasted more than Benjamin St-Juste. Peyton. Benjamin St-Juste, he's a Commander's corner. He's one of the most toasted corners in the league, one of the worst man coverage grades out there. Anyways, Bucks win, beat the Chargers 40-17 in that game. I mean, they just won, so it kind of makes up for it a little bit. Would have helped their playoff push if they won that game, but you don't know what you're going to get out of the Chargers from week to week. It's either going to be really conservative or aggressive like you've seen tonight. You're actually seeing that highlight on the screen right now.
Right.
But now we'll go ahead for Cardinals Pats. What the hell's wrong with me? James Conner's big day on the ground led to efficient football from the Cardinals. They win 30-17. Patriots started, really scoring a little too late for this one. Usually what happens, teams jump out the early leads. They usually don't give them up unless you're the 2016 Falcons losing 28-3, but, we won't talk about that one anymore. We won't beat a dead horse on that one. And Lions-Bills, this is everything we wanted, man. Goff had a better day yardage and touchdown-wise, but Josh Allen's clip prevailed. I feel like his completion percentage was a little bit better, I believe. Don't quote me on this. I mean, if you want to, go ahead. But 48-42 win. Bills got comfortable in the first quarter, and that proves to be the ending to that one. You get comfortable in the first quarter, you go up a couple scores. Like I said, it's hard to come back. I mean, even if you're the Lions are an injury-decimated team. Their defense, we've been talking about this the last couple weeks, but their defense is pretty decimated. They're losing players left and right, so...
Injuries?
Yeah, really bad injuries. But, really, there's only so much they can do, really. There's only so much they can do. They're trying their best. Peyton shared with me over the week that he basically said that he would like any matchup against Detroit, like if the Commanders went to Detroit or anybody playing Detroit, because of how injured they are.
Damn.
Yeah, how injured they are. It'll be easy to score points on them, but it's all about you being able to stop Detroit's offense. They're really, if anyone's gotten bitten by the injury bug, it's them for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But I guess we'll go ahead for, leave the Lions alone a little. Steelers versus Philly. The Eagles contained Pittsburgh's rushing offense. Harris only had 14 yards on the ground. The Eagles jumped out to an early lead and scored consistently, shutting the Steelers out in the second half. Won 27-13. They can clinch it this week against Washington if they win. Well, Philly wins here. Let's hope that doesn't happen for my sake. I'm going to be beat. No, I hope Commanders win. Everybody's. They better win, man. Snap Philly's losing streak, making them shut up a little bit. Everybody's tired of dealing with Philly this, Philly Super Bowl that, Philly this, Philly that. I'm tired of it. We don't need people burning down our cities and local suburbs over here in Jersey just because they want to win a Super Bowl. But other than that, pretty efficient day from Philly's offense, in my opinion. And Philly's defense really held them. But we'll go ahead to Seahawks Packers. Charbonnet couldn't reproduce his last game, but still 54 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown. The Packers started out 14-0 and just held on to that lead. Seattle didn't score until the fourth quarter, which was Charbonnet's touchdown, and that was it. When you're held consistently to field goals and not finishing drives, you don't win games. Not to sound like another Booker McFarland. Like I said, I brought him up last week. If you don't score, you don't win. Obviously, right? You score less than the other team, you lose. But like I said, not much to say about these games, really. Packers are really just solidifying their case for a playoff spot for sure with that win. Seattle, let's hope they fix it. And that division is so up for grabs at this point. Who knows who's even going to be the winner? I don't think anybody clinches until week 18. But Bears Vikings is another game. The inability to score for the Bears is like what we were saying for Seattle. It's the same thing. The inability to score and finish drives is what did them in. The Bears being shut out in the first half and not getting a touchdown until 5:19 left in the fourth quarter. Bears lose 30-12. What's up, Caleb Williams? Still he over there painting his nails on the sideline instead of actually playing the damn game, being too zesty for his own good. But interim head coaching, teams usually don't fare that well, especially when you fire mid-season. The locker room's kind of in a chaos. Peyton did bring up one good stat a couple weeks back that coaches off of firing tend to play better. Like the team tends to play better. And it was the case a little bit for the Bears, but going forward, it's just been kind of like they're losing. I think it's 8 straight they've lost.
8.
Ever since Jaden Daniels' Hail Mary against the Bears, they have not been the same. Maybe Tyreek Stevenson really got some bad juju on that team, but I really don't know what to say much about that one other than, let's just go for this last week. Well, this last game, this Monday night, ugly. And I say ugly. I think Kirk Cousins ends his career over this game. Or over this season, really. Oh, I'm gonna explain. So, this game was a mess from start to finish. It was ugly. And honestly, I told Peyton last week, I was just like, why? Why do we have to deal with a game like this on Monday night? Falcons and Raiders, two of the most... the worst teams so far. That's a really bad game to have it on Monday night. Anyways, hopefully Michael Penix coming in to replace Kirk Cousins from being obviously since he was benched. Hopefully Michael Penix comes in and gives the offense a spark a little bit, just for Falcons fans to have something to watch. And if they believe Michael Penix gives them the best chance to win, then hey, I'm not a coach, but it is what it is. Put him in.
The best player for the job.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins, maybe this is the end of his career. That man literally had one playoff win, and I think he finagled teams for $321 million. That man, it's literally like the best clip. He's a starter, obviously, but I'm saying like I don't remember exactly who it was, but they were a clipboard quarterback. Always, he's basically a backup. Barely ever had to play, and he was swindling teams for money. I don't remember if y'all can.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, but say if y'all
You don't have money, you ain't gotta play.
yeah, if y'all know what that is, just drop it down in the comments below. Well, I can't think of off the top of my head on that one. But either way, it was ugly. You know, I mean, like I said, Kirk Cousins.
What was ugly? Like, what did he do? Like,
It was really low scoring. Offenses couldn't finish drives. It was a 15-9 win for the Falcons. Like I said, I feel like Kirk Cousins, you know, he could hang it up after this year. He says he still knows how to play quarterback, and that's part of the news. But teams are desperate out there. Even if they go with Penix moving forward, you know, they still paid Kirk. They're gonna have to either eat that or, you know, just stick behind him next season or whatever. I have no idea. Anyways, I'm not a Falcons fan. My prayers and sympathies out to y'all, because that couldn't be me. We've been, us being Commanders fans, we've been through enough losing. Don't need to see it no more.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we really did. All right, so some games to watch for this week coming up, since we already went through all of last week. Thanks for hanging around, HB. I know you didn't really have much time to prepare for this, and I appreciate you being on.
Oh yeah.
Local
Are you good, man?
Local Chargers fan from CA over here. Yes, sir. All right.
The Chargers, we sucked for a very long time too, so I understand that feeling of continuous losing and not even expecting to win. You know what I mean? It's like I'll just watch for the love of the team. So,
yeah.
Wow, I didn't ever expect it to win. You know, okay, whatever. Let's just watch it play. But until recently, we're not the best, but I mean, we've been getting more W's than we have in a while. So that's a good feeling.
You love to see it. But as far as, oh man, hang on one second. All right. As far as games to watch coming up, I mean, I'm going to look at Eagles Commanders. You know, does Philly clinch or does Washington spoil that for another week? Washington, spoil it.
Say Philly take that.
Come on, man. You got to say Philly takes the win. Man. You're just saying that to spite me. You're not even saying it with research, man. Come on. You're saying to spite me.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Vikings versus Seahawks, you know, a game that could help both teams in their division races and perhaps wild card spots, if any, you know. Love to see what Sam Darnold could do against that defense, and I think Geno Smith is actually going to be playing this week. His knee feels a lot better, so we'll see. And then Poopy Bowl game of the week. This is my, garbage game of the week. You know, don't even turn into this one. Don't watch it. Don't worry about it. Falcons versus Giants. You know, it might be ugly. Finally going to get some tape on Penix and see what he can do. So when Washington plays him in a couple weeks.
Oh, you got on that, even though it's the
Falcons
game of
Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Giants. I feel like Tommy Cutlets and the Giants offense comes out and ekes by maybe like a 12-9 win or something crazy like that. Only field goals and they still win.
Yeah.
Because the Giants back in week 2 against Washington scored 7 field goals, no touchdowns at all, and the Giants still lost.
Yeah.
The Giants lost. Washington won that game.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, real crazy. Got some FanDuel picks. For the week. I got 2 parlays set up. I got a Barkley touchdown for Philly. I mean, I'm kind of betting against Washington here, but Barkley's that man. So we'll give Barkley a touchdown, and we'll take Carolina plus 4.5. And a Gibbs touchdown, Jahmyr Gibbs, with David Montgomery being, out for the season, undergoing surgery and all that. So let me get a Gibbs touchdown for parlay 1, Carolina plus 4.5, and a Barkley touchdown. I was gonna do Brian Robinson touchdown, but I feel like it's gonna be kind of hit or miss with how the Eagles defense plays. They're really solid. So parlay 2, it's a risky one. We're gonna do Commanders money line, basically pick them to win outright. Let's see. That's me saying Commanders money line. You do not have to take that one. If you want to take, the first parlay, be my guest. Scary Terry touchdown in that game as well. I feel like Jaden Daniels and Scary McLaurin. There you go. Terry McLaurin. Scary Terry hook up for another touchdown. Their chemistry's been one of the best so far this in these last few weeks. HB, you don't sports bet, do you?
No, I've tried it, but I never really understood it. So, um, I don't do it just because I'm not a big fan of losing money. So, but I did sometime in the beginning of this year. I started doing price picks,
Oh yeah, what
and
you got?
that went pretty decent. But I just stopped because I don't know. I'm not too into it. But
Yes.
I think if I was to do like sports betting and stuff like that, I would do price picks or underdog, even though those are considered not, gambling. There's a online fantasy, whatever they say it is. But it's more easy, it's more simple, all you gotta do is, choose uh more or less, against the stat predictions they got. So
I'm
you
not.
kind of just
Yeah.
gotta research a little bit more
Yeah.
on the players, how well they've been doing. So like, okay, he's been doing good this week. He's been getting a lot of yards. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go with
You're gonna take him,
more.
yeah, like take him more than 5 yards or more than 50 yards or whatever. Yeah. I'm gonna try Prize Picks. I'm actually gonna start that next season because I'm doing FanDuel for the rest of the year this year. But Prize Picks sounds good too. I mean, Peyton put me on the. Well, he basically told me about Prize Picks, but I just never went ahead with it. I think one time when he was in CA, he just did Prize Picks. He didn't do any FanDuel. I think their gambling laws are weird out there, and I don't think they have sports betting out there. Well, sports betting in the sense of FanDuel
Hmm.
out there. So,
Yeah. It's a little weird out here, but
gotta love it.
it's just I think it just takes the prospects are not an underdog. It just takes out all um uh, it just makes it easier for the casual sports people or the casual bettors that just try to have just kind of more fun doing it as to FanDuel and all these other betting sites where it's really more, more detailed. You got to know your stuff. You got to know your team, the players, like your stats, really, and you got to really be on it to kind of guess, not guess, but I guess, yeah, make your picks and choices on your bets as to these other ones. You just, like I said, they give you a stat prediction, and you pretty much decide whether you think that player is going to do more or less than that stat prediction. So it
Yeah,
just takes all the extra stuff out of it, where you're having to do all this stats and all this extra stuff just to try to win some money.
for sure. So, I know that's not what you're saying, but what you're saying is guess, make risky behind bets. Um, okay. We just got word from Peyton.
Yeah. Oh, you did.
Yeah, he had to deal with some, quote unquote, off the field issues. But
Yeah, no. So yeah, pretty much you're kind of guessing a little bit, a little more with price picks, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like you can still do research because, like I said, you can still keep up with the players and the teams and stuff, but it's just way less. You don't gotta just know everything about everything when you're making your bets because parlays and all this other you know things. I don't even know what the hell that even means. Parlay, like
it's
what I
it's
mean. So,
basically stringing a bunch of picks together to try to yeah.
uh,
But let me go ahead and
to
answer Popeye the Sailor.
me,
We got
but
a comment on Twitch. Popeye the Savior man, bro. Did you see the report about Woody Johnson not getting Jerry Judy because of the effing Matting rating? Yeah, that man's a clown. Woody Johnson.
you're
Woody Johnson, the ex GM for the Jets. That's crazy. Let me see that actually. Hang on one second. Let me see if I can pull that report up. Uh,
you're cut.
oh my bad.
Uh,
I said ex GM of the Jets. My bad. Co-owner of the Jets. That's crazy. I mean, he got I mean, they have Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers. I mean, yeah, Jerry Jeudy would have been nice. I wanted us to take a look at him when we were going through it and all that. Going through the draft, and he was up on the board. That's crazy. Hey, HB Kelly, let's go. Yes, sir. Let's go Chargers. Go Chargers, go. Am I right? Let's go. And no, I didn't see the report personally, but I was, obviously you let me know about it for sure. But again, football owners making decisions off of Madden ratings is straight ridiculous. Madden ratings are so trumped up for their favorite players and things. Like, obviously, you're going to have certain ones that, people don't agree about. People don't agree. But that's ridiculous. Woody Johnson should be ashamed of himself, banished to the realm of losing for as long as they shall live. But they got Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers, though. They can't possibly be that bad. Pretty garbage on the season. I mean, they didn't just win their last game, but still. Other than that, no, that's crazy. I feel like NFL owners should really stay out of the football decisions. It's what you hire a general manager for. Like, there's no reason that a football owner needs to come in and freaking stick his nose and stuff. I know Daniel Snyder used to do the same thing. He would come in and be like, oh, I want that guy. I want that guy. Screw what you said. I paid you guys millions of dollars, but I want that guy. I want that guy. Who cares about what you say? And then when it goes wrong, the GM and the coach are getting fired. Oh, this is your fault now because you got the guy that I wanted and it didn't work out. Nah, man, Woody Johnson's crazy. Thanks for the comment, by the way.
Ego, just a lot of ego.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of ego. That's for sure. You're right. We can get into some breaking news, barring anything else. Running back David Montgomery to rehab MCL injury, surgery in hope to return for the playoffs. I thought it was season ending, but one second. All right, yeah, we better wrap up here. It's getting kind of late, but let me just go ahead and give us breaking news, and then we can get you all out of here. Again, thanks for tuning in, everybody. HB, thanks for being on too. So,
no problem. I mean, I've been wanting to do this. I've never done it before, but I've been wanting to. It's just life is kind of crazy for me right now, but I had a little bit of some time to finally get on today and kind of fill it out.
Yeah,
this thing goes.
Yeah, no worries, man. And as far as the whole thing goes, I know you got your own stuff going on. It's about to be 1 a.m. over here, so it's crazy. Yeah, but no, we usually do like around hour segments for things. I mean, if it's a little less than an hour, so be it. As long as we get through everything we need to talk about, huh?
Right.
Yeah, as long as we get through everything.
How long did we do now?
Right now we're hitting at 46 minutes. But I just have some news pieces to read over, and then that's it, really. Yeah, we did pretty good. It's actually a little longer than I anticipated with us. Peyton's a really good analytical guy. He'll definitely walk you through certain things, like with players, plays, people, coaches, why people do certain things, why certain things happen in certain ways, analytical stat charts, things like that. He'll walk you through, so it kind of gives us a little bit more buffer, more fill, and we appreciate that when we miss it today. But we'll have.
You're not too bad yourself either.
I'm trying my best. I'm not straight for it. I do my research. Pretty close to airtime, but it's because we also got another channel that we do, and we also got the kids and stuff. Kids, wife, got things to do. Everybody just can't sit down and dedicate complete 100% of their time, especially if they have kids or anything like that. So. Right. Yeah, I really rely on him, and I really lean on him in that regard. But I appreciate you saying that I'm not bad, and I'm going to keep trying to get better. It's all it is. We all get better. But let's go ahead and read off some of this injury so we can get everybody out of here and everybody have a good night. By the way, if you want to follow the other gaming channel, it's Trap Enthusiast on Kick, TikTok, Switch, Twitch, TikTok, Kick, and YouTube. We do Fortnite streams there, and I'll probably start doing some Madden ones too. Probably do them here, actually. It'd be more fitting for the sports, especially as the NFL season winds down. Maybe you can get back and get on this game with me, and we can jaw on there, and that'll be our segment.
Yeah, I know. I'll be slacking, bro. I'll be slacking on the Madden.
No, you're good, man. Don't worry about it. I just got 25 and played a couple games. I haven't touched it in about over a week, but we've been playing Fortnite. But let's get to the rest of this news right here. Patrick Mahomes is off the injury report and will play versus the Texans. Marquise Brown could also make the Chiefs debut. We'll see how that goes. Love to see Hollywood playing. I hope everybody. I hope Patrick Mahomes is okay, and I feel like they shouldn't force him back. I think they have a 2-game lead in the
For
division.
what? I don't see it.
Yeah, I think they already have a 2-game lead going into this week or whatever. Why not start Carson Wentz? He's able, and I think he can run Andy Reid's offense fine. Not saying he's great. He's no Mahomes. He's no Brady. He's Carson Wentz. Anyways, Geno Smith says knee feels much better. I think I broke that earlier. Expects to play Sunday versus the Vikings. It's kind of like a do or die, helpful situation for both those teams. Good to have the starters out there and playing at full capacity. Hopefully he's 100% or damn near close to where the injury doesn't affect him too much. But like I said before, Michael Penix is going to be starting. He's relishing the chance. This is a bad dad joke right now, so I'm going to tell you, he's relishing the chance after getting the call to start while he's in the Costco hot dog line, while he's waiting for a hot dog.
Oh,
He's relishing that chance to start, man. Let's hope he comes in and does some damage and gives the Falcons, gives the Falcons good leeway for them drafting him so high at 8, even though they paid Kirk. But Aaron Rodgers is willing to mentor a possible new quarterback with the Jets in 2025. You know how they say Jordan Love didn't really get the good Aaron Rodgers treatment, just like Brett Favre didn't give Aaron Rodgers the good treatment. They basically kind of just said, well then, I'm too good for this. I'm going to go play for another team. Aaron Rodgers just did it. Didn't want to mentor Jordan Love, but now he wants to suddenly sit back. What is that ashwagandha doing to this man? He literally just wants he wants to sit back now and mentor somebody. I mean, I guess they think he knows he's at the end of his ropes and he's going to retire soon. Maybe try to do all he can to help.
He's reflected.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? Why not? I can try to, put someone under my wing and actually help make a difference, other than just shit on them or make them feel like they're beneath them.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I think that's cool that he's willing to do that.
It is nice of him, but it's definitely out of character. The only thing I got to say is maybe a couple butt naked trips in the woods made him see clearly. All right, Falcon.
Triple butt grabs.
Oh man, over there tugging some trees. Falcons quarterback Kirk Cousins accepts benching, but says I did not forget how to play quarterback. I broke that earlier, but it's just something to remind. He didn't forget how to play. No, he went back to his roots. Throwing interceptions and losing big games. That's exactly what he went right back to it. Love Kirko. He woke up dripping like that. Texans. Nah, division rival. Titans. They bench Mayo Man. We'll start Rudolph the Red Zone reindeer. Hasn't really been in the red zone much, but anyways, Mason Rudolph will start versus the Colts with Will Levis being benched. RFK Stadium site provision included in federal spending bill. It's a win for the Commanders and a win for the NFL. I mean, I read another post that said that it didn't pass in voting, but when I just looked this up just before stream time, the fact that it's included in the federal bill, obviously the spending budget for the government. I hope the Commanders go back to RFK just for the nostalgia and basically back in the 80s and 90s when we played magnificent football and won our Super Bowls. So bring us back back when we didn't suck. Man, shut up. We're 9-5 right now. We're doing all right. Anyways, I mean the Chargers are 9-6, I believe, right now after the win. So it's basically the same thing. 9-6, really? No, wait. I gotta reflect. Let me get that Chargers record just to be safe. I don't want to be wrong here. Record.
You're wrong no matter what.
Shut up. Yeah, I guess so. All right. All right, hang on a second. All right, the Chargers. Yeah, they are 9-6. The Chiefs are 13-1. Chargers are. I hope the I hope the Chargers get in the playoffs somehow. I feel like they're going to be a dark force to be reckoned with, especially, putting the way they did with Bo Nix and Sean Payton in the second half, man. Shutting them down with garbage corners, getting toasted in the first half and in weeks prior. There you go, Peyton. That W is for you, my man. That W is for you, HB. Glad.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. A couple more pieces of news to drop, and then we'll get you all out of here. Michael Vick being hired as Norfolk State head coach. State head coach. I cannot talk tonight, man. Norfolk State head coach in Virginia. How about that? Michael Vick. Dude's been through it.
Good for him.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Browns bench Mr. E to W, Jameis Winston. Start Dorian Thompson Robinson versus the Bengals. And he's ready for it. Thompson is ready. Thompson Robinson is ready. Anyways, I guess turnovers did define Jameis this year, like he said they wouldn't, but they defined him. They did, for sure. No more eating W's for him. We'll see what happens with him at the end of the season, whether the Browns move him or his contract expires, whatever. I'm not entirely sure what's going to go on with him, but we'll see. All right. Jets interview former Falcons GM Thomas Dimitroff for their vacant position. See, that's why I said, I got the Woody Johnson debacle. My bad, Popeye the Savior, man. But that's where I got the debacle, because I know their GM position's open, but
Yeah.
and I feel like that's why another reason why, like Peyton said, Belichick didn't ultimately take the Jets, because Belichick wants all control, and in North Carolina in North Carolina in the college football rank he gets that, and then his and then when Belichick, he basically has all personnel decisions, and when he retires, his son takes over the coaching ranks for him. And North Carolina agreed to that, so I guess that was more enticing than coaching, the Jets. He accepted the Jets job way back in the day and left right on them. So it's kind of fitting. Anyways, David Montgomery to undergo season-ending knee surgery as Detroit's injury woes continue. They have a lot of confidence in Gibbs, but they don't want to overwork him, so we'll see what happens with that one. We'll see what they can dig up on the depth chart or practice squad or something. Yeah, you're not good. So Peyton said a couple weeks back, Peyton and Rob, I believe, when he on the stream, RG3 got canned, I believe, from ESPN because he was scarfing down a croissant. We're not gonna fire HB over here for burping on stream. Everybody does what they do. But
It's my first time. I forgot I was on screen.
now you're good. Like I said, we're not professional. We're just
So
here.
like I'm on the phone.
We're just here doing something. Phil, you're on the phone. We're just here doing something we love to do. But Niners suspend Devondre Campbell for 3 games after linebacker refused to enter versus the Rams. And that goes to the notion of what I said last week about Shanahan being done with him at the end of the season. 3 games. I mean, that's the end of the year. But I mean, depending on, that's the last 3 games of the year. Depending on if the 49ers make the playoffs, what are they going to do with him? Who knows? Guess what? The comments can decide that one or anything like that. And last piece of news, Geno Smith says knee feels better, expects to play. I already kind of touched on that one, but, it is what it is. Be 100%, man. Don't go in there and force something, but like I said, it would be good to have the starters out there and playing, especially since Seattle needs to win. Seattle needs to win, and I feel like the Vikings need to win as well. That division in the NFC North is tight this year. Tight and crazy. And you got Detroit, you got Green Bay playing well, you got the Vikings playing decent, and you got the stupid Bears playing like 4-9, I believe. And I don't want to say stupid, my bad, my apologies there if I offended anybody, but look, the Bears are cheeks. But all right, I mean, I guess I guess with that, guys, it's been good. It's been nice to see y'all. Nice to have y'all here. HB, it's been really nice to have you here. Hope we can get you in on some more.
Likewise, man.
Hope we can get you in on some more
definitely
streams.
Yeah, exactly. I'll definitely try to be in some more streams. Just my schedule's kind of a little bit over the place right now. I don't know exactly when I'll be able to, but I'll definitely do my best.
All right. Well, we like to see him on here, so we'll definitely hope you can get back into it, and hope everything goes well with what you're going through and everything like that. And we'll see you guys here next Saturday here on JDB Sports. You guys have a good one.
Hey.